Hey guys, welcome back to my channel, or welcome if you're new. For those of you who don't know me, my name's Sam. I'm a professional hairstylist, and in today's video I want to share some things that I think most hairstylists wish that you knew as a client. Because I feel like sometimes there can be some misunderstandings, or maybe some things that we can do as a service providers that come off the wrong way, or maybe some things that you might do as a client that can come off like a little inconsiderate, and you never really know what it's like to work in a certain career until you've actually experienced it. So I thought that I would just write down a couple things that I wish all clients would know from a hairstylist perspective. And hopefully if you're a hairstylist, you can relate to some of these things. And if you're a client, maybe some of these things never occurred to you, and maybe you'll find it helpful and informative. But before we jump into the video, I have to give a quick shout out to today's sponsor, Skillshare. Thank you so much to Skillshare for sponsoring this portion of today's video. If you're unfamiliar with them, Skillshare is an online learning community with thousands of inspiring classes for creative and curious people. You can explore new skills, deepen existing passions, and get lost in creativity. Skillshare offers creative classes designed for real life and all the circumstances that come with it. These lessons can help you stay inspired, express yourself, and introduce you to a community of millions. They have classes on topics from a wide variety, ranging from film and animation to marketing, productivity, crafts, and so much more. And I don't know if it's just me or what's been causing it, if it's like the change in season and the fact that it's getting colder out recently, but I've just been feeling very blah and unmotivated in like every aspect of my life. So a recent class that I just watched was Just Start: 5 Exercises That Lead to Big Wins by Rich Armstrong. And it was a great lesson on productivity and how to just get started. And I think that for me, like, my issue is I'll have all these big tasks that I have to accomplish, and I just get really overwhelmed, and I just end up not wanting to do any of it. But in the class, it really talks about how to break up bigger projects into smaller tasks and how to pace yourself so that you can actually get everything that you need to do done. An annual subscription to Skillshare is less than $10 a month, but the first 1,000 people to click the link in my bio will get a free trial of premium membership to Skillshare. Okay, so let's talk about some things that your hairstylist wished you knew. So the first thing is being late and or not showing up to your appointment is a really big deal to us. I know that for myself, from a client perspective, before I ever went to beauty school and really like understood what it was like to be on the other end of those appointments, I would have doctor's appointments, dentist appointments, nail appointments, and I would kind of think like, well, if I can't make it, or if I forget that I have this appointment at a certain time, it's not the end of the world if I miss it. I can just reschedule it, no harm done. But especially for hairstylists, if we are not performing services, we're not making any money. I'm not getting paid to just show up to the salon and sit there. It's not like I have a set salary or an hourly wage. I'm only making money on the services that I'm actually doing and that I'm charging for. So if you booked out this long $400 appointment with me, and then you decide to just not show up to it, now I'm out money for that day, and so is the salon. Because the money that you're paying for a service isn't just going straight into my pocket, it's covering the cost of the products that we're using, it's covering the overhead costs of keeping the salon open and running. And especially right now with everything that's going on with the pandemic, we have to be by appointment only. We cannot take walk-ins, at least here where I live in Pennsylvania. So it's always an issue when a client decides to just not show up for an appointment, but especially now, it's not like, oh, you didn't show up, so I can just take someone off the street, or, somebody can come last minute and fill that spot. So if you had a big appointment blocked out in my schedule, now that's time that's wasted. Time that I'm not making money, the salon's not making money, and now other clients that were on my wait list that wanted to get an appointment are missing out too. And if you're late, that's gonna throw us off. Like, yeah, maybe it's just like 10 or 15 minutes, but 10-15 minutes is a lot of time. Like, I can get a lot done in 10 or 15 minutes. And so if you end up being late, then that's gonna make me end up run late on my next client and then the client after that, and it really just throws everything off. So a lot of salons will have policies in place for people who no-show, cancel last minute, or are late to their appointment, and there's a reason for that. And of course, emergencies will come up. That's a totally different story. Obviously, that's out of your control. But if you're just choosing to not show up because you just don't feel like it anymore, you changed your mind, or you just forgot about the appointment, like that is really inconsiderate. Write your appointment down somewhere so you don't forget about it. And if you do need to cancel for a non-emergency reason, try to give us as much advance notice as possible. Preferably at least 48 hours notice so that we can try to find somebody else to take that appointment slot. Most of us are people pleasers, and all we want is to make you happy and give you the hair of your dreams. So if we tell you that something might not be possible, if we recommend something else, or if we tell you that something is going to take multiple appointments to achieve, we're not saying that to be assholes. We're telling you that because it's the truth. Maybe you come in wanting a particular haircut, but that cut isn't gonna really work with your hair texture. Or maybe you come in and you wanna be really blonde, but you've been box dyeing your hair black for the last 10 years. If we tell you no, there's a reason. Even if we become friends over time, this is still a business relationship. We get to know our clients really well, and you really do get to a point where, as a client, you feel like your hairstylist is your friend. I know that even for my eyelash extensions, I look forward to going to my appointment and catching up with my lash girl, and we really have formed a friendship, but at the end of the day, she's providing a service for me and I am paying her money for that service. I would never expect a discount or some kind of special treatment or expect her to squeeze me in if I waited last minute to book an appointment. And yes, of course, for my long-time loyal clients, I am more likely to do little extra things here and there for them, but I would hope that they would never expect that from me, and that they would respect my boundaries and respect me as a professional and understand that this is my career and that this is business. To kind of go along with that, please don't be rude about prices. Getting a beauty service done, like getting your hair done, your nails done, these are all luxury services that we're choosing to get done. They're not a necessity. And you also have multiple options out there. If you don't feel comfortable paying that price, you can go to someone else. But don't give the hairstylist a hard time or get rude with them about their prices. We have the right to charge whatever we feel is necessary and is fair for the work that we're doing and for the products that we're using. And there's a reason why some hairstylists charge more than others. Just because we all went to beauty school doesn't mean that we all perform the exact same way. Some of us choose to specialize in certain things and we really practice a lot and we spend a lot of time honing our craft. We spend a lot of money going to classes, furthering our education, investing in the best tools and products possible. Don't try to haggle prices. Don't try to ask for a discount. If we mention something on our website or on social media that we're running a promo, then of course that's a different story. But if we didn't say anything about having any kind of discount, don't try asking for one. This is not a flea market. If you don't feel comfortable paying a certain price, and that's totally fine, just go look for somebody else. We have lives too. I think that this is something that clients seem to forget. I'll get messages from clients sometimes that are really late at night, or on an off day, like on a Sunday, and if I don't respond right away, I'll get question marks. Hello, why aren't you responding to me? Or, I'll have a client that's trying to book an appointment and I will tell them that I don't have anything available for that week, but they'll want to be squeezed in, or they'll want me to come in early or stay late or come in on a day off. I literally had somebody one time send me a message saying, hey, I know that you don't work Sundays, but could you come in on a Sunday because I see you don't have anything available this week. Are you kidding me? No! And some hairstylists will choose to do that. They will work extra to accommodate certain clients. If they offer that, that's one thing. That's fine. But don't ask somebody to come in during their time off or, demand that they respond to you during their time off. We have lives. We have families. We have children. We have other things going on. Just like you don't want to be at your job 24/7, we don't want to either. Yes, we want to accommodate you as best as we can, but we don't live to serve you. Our work is tougher than it looks. I do feel like nowadays people have more respect for hairstylists, and especially with social media, and that is kind of what I try to do on my channels, like share more behind the scenes, show you what it's really like to be a hairstylist. But I do feel like there are people out there that still just think that we as hairstylists are just playing with hair and our job is just so fun and easy and it's not really work. And hey, listen, I'm not over here saving lives. I'm not doing heart surgery. This is definitely not the most complicated, tiring field in the entire world to work in. However, there is a reason why we have to go to school and get licensed to do this. There is skill and technique and science, chemistry, art, natural born talent that goes into everything that we do, and that's just the actual doing the hair part of the formula. Not to mention the fact that we're dealing with people all day long, and I mean, working customer service is very draining and can be really difficult. Especially nowadays, being a hairstylist, it's like you gotta be a videographer, a photographer, an editor, a social media expert, a marketing expert, and we are on our feet all day long. And a lot of the times we don't get breaks. We are just back to back. And I don't say any of that to complain or to be like, woe is me, my job is so hard. Your job very well may be more tiring and more difficult than what I do as a hairstylist. And it's not to sit here and compare, but we just want you to understand that what we're doing is more than just playing with hair. Yes, we love what we do, and yes, it can be really fun, but it's still work. We want you to be honest if you're not happy about something. I actually did a whole separate video where I talked about what you should do as a client if you're not happy with your hair. Any honest hairstylist that is really passionate about what they do wants to make their clients happy, and they want to make sure that they're producing the best work possible, because you're like a walking billboard for me once you leave the salon. So it's really important for me, for like my reputation and for my brand, that my clients are happy. There's no way for us to know that you're unhappy. There's no way for us to fix the problem if you never let us know that there's a problem in the first place. And lastly, please don't lie about your hair history. When you come in for an appointment and we ask you about your hair history, like, is there any artificial color in your hair? Have you used henna in it? Have you done anything chemically to it? We're asking those questions for a reason. It's not just to judge you. If you come in wanting your hair bleached and you're like, oh yeah, no, my hair is totally natural, this is all my natural color, you just don't want to tell me about that time that you box dyed it last month. When I go to apply that lightener to your hair, I'm gonna be able to tell that you lied to me. And there's nothing to be embarrassed or ashamed of. I'm just asking because I need to know. I need to be able to somewhat predict how your hair is going to respond to whatever it is that I'm doing to it. Is it gonna take properly? Is it gonna be able to handle it, or is it gonna just get damaged? In order to deliver the best results possible, we need to know the full truth and know what it is that we're working with. So that's it for this video. If you're a hairstylist watching this and there's anything else that you wish that clients knew, comment it down below. And if you're a client watching this and there's anything that I mentioned in this video that you didn't realize, let me know that down below as well. But that's gonna be it for me. Thank you so much for watching. If you liked this video, please give it a thumbs up. It helps my channel out a lot, and hopefully I'll see you in my next video. Bye!